Morning students, this video is of third part of magnetism where we will learn about the application of Biot-Savart's law. Now in the previous video we have seen that in case of Biot-Savart's law there will be a current carrying conductor. We will have an small current element dl or del L, and using this we will derive the magnetic field at any point P which is at a distance r from this current element. So, in case of Biot-Savart's law, when we are going to calculate the magnetic field, we need a current carrying conductor where the electron will be allowed to flow. So, first according to our syllabus, we have to learn the magnetic field at the center of circular coil. Okay. Here this is the circular coil where the current I is flowing through this direction, and we are considering a small current element del L, and due to this del L a magnetic field del B will be produced at the center O of this circular coil, and the distance between this center and the current element is r, and the angle between the del L and the r is 90 degree. So, what will be the magnetic field? Magnetic field will be due to this del L according to Biot-Savart's law will be mu 0 by 4 pi. What was the law? Del B should be mu 0 by 4 pi I del L sin theta by r square. So, here this is the constant term mu 0 by 4 pi, the current is I here, the length is del L, the elementary, this is the current element. Due to the small current carrying where a magnetic field is created at the center, and here in case of sin theta we can see that the theta is of value 90 degree. So, sin 90 degree, the value of sin 90 degree is 1. So, here it will be sin 90 degree which will be equals to 1, and the distance between the del L and center O is r. So, it will be the square of r. So, here in the case of the circular coil, the magnetic field produced due to del L at the center O will be mu 0 by 4 pi I del L sin 90 degree by r square, which will be mu 0 by 4 pi I del L, as this is 1 by r square. Now, due to the small current element, the small magnetic field del B will be produced at the center, but what we have to derive magnetic field at the center of a circular coil. So, if we consider I will be same all over this circular path, r square is constant, but in the case of del L we have to calculate due to the entire circular coil, but this is just a small current element. So, if we consider this coil as a circle, then if this is the small current element del L, suppose we are dividing the entire coil using the same element del L, and this will be the entire circular coil. So, how we will get the entire length of this coil? By summing up these small current elements, that will be summation of del L. Now, what will be the value of the summation of del L? As this is a circular coil, so the boundary will be the circumference of a coil. of a circle. So what is the formula of the circumference of a circle? That is 2 pi r. So the summation of del L will actually give the circumference of this circular coil, which will be 2 pi r. R is the radius of this circular coil. So here we can say that if del B equals to mu 0 by 4 pi I del L by r square, so B will be, mu 0 by 4 pi I del L, means summation of del L equals to 2 pi r. So 2 pi r by r square. This will be the magnetic field. This will be the magnitude of the magnetic field at the center of this circular coil due to the entire circular coil. Now we get it from here that B equals to, cancelling this, mu 0 by 4 pi I pi mu 0 by 2 r not I, that is mu 0 I by 2 r. Due to this one turn of this circular coil, the magnetic field at the center of the coil is, B equals to mu 0 I by 2 r. Now if there are n turns, n number of turns of this coil, then it will be B equals to mu 0 n I by 2 r. If mu 0 I by 2 r magnetic field will be produced due to one circular coil, then if there are n turns, n number of turns, then the magnetic field at the center of that coil will be mu 0 n I by 2 r. So this is the magnetic field at the center of a circular coil when there is a one turn, and if there are n turns, this will be mu 0 n I by 2 r. Now as this magnetic field is a vector quantity, so it must have a direction and a magnitude. It must have a direction and a magnitude. So from here we know that how do we get the direction? We get the direction by the help of Maxwell's corkscrew rule, and that says that if this is the direction of the flow of the current, and if we place the thumb of our right hand along the direction of the flow of the current, then the curves of the finger will define the direction of the magnetic field. So by this Maxwell corkscrew rule, we define the direction of the magnetic field, and we define we get the magnitude of this field by the help of using Biot-Savart's law, which is mu 0 I by 2 r or mu 0 n I by 2 r for a circular loop. Why we are using this circular shape? Because if we use a coil of irregular shape, suppose something like this, then if we turn this coil into a circular loop, we will see that the area will increase, the area of the loop will increase, and if the area increase, then the magnetic flux, that is the field lines per unit area, the magnetic flux through this loop will increase, and if that increase, then the magnitude of this B or magnetic field will increase. So to get a higher magnitude of magnetic field, we generally use this loop, generally use this circular shape. Now what about this n, or the number of turns? Now when we are using a single turn, then the magnetic field is mu 0 I by 2r. Now n has integer values, that is 1, 2, 3, that is if n equals to 1, then we will get this formula, we will use this formula, and when the number of turn increases, then we can see that the magnetic field will also increase as a multiple of 2 or as a multiple of 3. So using instead of single coil, if we use a higher number of circular coil, we will get a higher number of B, because if the number of turn increases, the length will increase, the actual length of the coil will increase. So if the length will increase, the area will increase. If the area will increase, the associated flux will increase, and if the flux increases, then the magnetic field will also increase. So to increase a magnetic field, the intensity of a magnetic field, we will use higher number of turns, and if we have to lower the intensity of the magnetic field in some cases, then we will have to decrease the number of turns.